Welcome to the Roy Anthony every Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick every Tuesday. Everything is going
every
down.
Thursday.
They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the weekends, Roy Anthony
every
Show.
Tuesday.
It's during the week, homie. The Roy
Every
Anthony
Thursday.
Show. What you listening to? The Roy Anthony Show. Come on and get up,
Tap in.
Before we gotta
Tap
go.
in.
What you listening to? The Roy Anthony
Every
Show. Come on
Tuesday.
and kick it with us. The Roy Anthony
Every
Show.
Thursday.
It's going down, homeboy. The Roy Anthony Show. Co-host
Tap in.
Big Hank. We getting it. What you think? It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank and Cynthia. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank and Cynthia Joy.
You know what, man? With being comedian Roy Anthony, you know, I was the #1 headliner. With me living in Long Beach, all of my neighbors, all my friends and stuff, they all respect me, they love me. The business point, you see, we are here on 4th Street in downtown Long Beach, east side Long Beach area, the way you want to say it. And I just always feel free and stuff, like how different people love me, love to talk about me, love to how Roy Anthony is and stuff. So won't y'all come with me? My neighbors love me, man. All the business owners is like, what's up, Angel?
Hey, man. You're in your bullshit again. Bullshit again. Everyone, see you here again. Hey, man.
Good. Matter of fact, I see one of my good neighbors now. There, Mr. Tommy.
Fuck you, nigga. Fucking with a motherfucker early in the morning, ain't had no pussy. Oh! Motherfucker.
Hola, mija. What's up, big homie? What's up? That's my man Noodles. What's up, Noodles?
Fuck you, Roy Anthony, man. Get out of here, man.
Hey, y'all, welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. As you can see, that I have to be able to run my show and work at the same time and stuff. Don't worry about the cones or everything. You can see I'm a working man. I'm doing my comedy, mobile units. You can call me for your parties or if you need plumbing issues or any type of fixtures.
What it do? What it do? What it do? Once again, I am Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. My co-stars will be showing up here in any minute unless there's something that's preventing them from not. So, which is my man Big Hank, Norman, and our beautiful queen Cynthia Joy Towner. As y'all know, for 2 weeks ago, Cynthia had some surgery. She came through. Matter of fact, she was on the show last week. Um, while she was just getting rested, still came on the show at her hospital bed. And Big Hank does a lot for the church. He's one of the head deacons, and he makes sure that everything is a-okay, first with God and his family and everything. And so I want to do that. I want to give a shout out, my man Dean Sterney's in the house. Up, y'all. What's up with you, Dean? Well, we gonna say just me. Then my man Carl Loomis, Roy, my brother, what's happening? What's up with you, Carl? I was just telling my family and friends, I'm for real. August the 4th, I'm gonna be in Oregon, which is a Friday. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to probably fly from Los Angeles out there to Oregon and putting my life over there with Carl Loomis. You see, he's a responsible guy. He has his son, and loves his wife, and looking forward to being with him, with him and his crew, and that's on Real Deal. Um, like I said, I am Roy Anthony. Welcome to the Roy Anthony Show. Big Hank and Cynthia Joy should be popping in. We pride ourselves being part of the WO Network, which was created to bring awareness of how our veterans commit suicide on a daily rate. You know, they're not 22 per day, not even not counting even the actives that's our soldiers that's still in the military, but those who comes back and they risk their lives for our freedom of this country, and yet they can find it so discouraging that they will want to commit suicide, and that's sad. So we pride ourselves on striking up a conversation on any subject and tell how we felt personally, and hoping that somebody can kind of relate to it so that they can feel that they're not by themselves. Depression comes when a person feels isolated, thinking no one else is understand, they feel inadequate, and we want them to know that we need you. We love that you're here, alive. Yes, we all go through situations. Sometimes it can feel like a dark cloud is just staying over your head, but if you keep pressing, it will get better, And the WO, which was created, and the head creator and the head producer, which is Richie King. He's a stand-up comedian where his stage name is Redneck Pimp. But Richie King is actually running for the presidency of the U.S. He was a leader in the military. He's a leader with his family, very responsible man. And like I told him, he gets my vote. Just knowing if he makes that ballot, I don't even like saying if, because if was a fifth, we'd be drunk as a skunk, sink to the bottom, never come up. He makes that ballot, he gets my vote, hands down. Man for the people and loves the country. And we've talked about things, especially since I'm an ambassador for the blacks. I don't say I speak for all the blacks. It's just that I try to relate, especially with some of my neighbors who some of our neighbors doesn't even have or know any blacks personally. And so we've been finding that within our 7th season, this is our 5th week of our 7th season that we're here. So want to give a big shout out to the head curator along with the co-curator Goose. And then we have our social producers that make sure everything is functioning, Blue Phoenix, 8th and Daily. And then we have our sponsor who pays to make sure that all of this works out, and that's Matthew Brooks. And Carl Loomis he said, about to show you what OR boys do in the beach. That's that part. I know I'm gonna be seat belted up because I've been watching some of their videos and stuff. And I'm like, matter of fact, I said when I shoot some scenes, when I start getting really where I'm, because my biggest push, y'all, everybody, is that I've always wanted to have my own 5 motion picture deal, and they said that I had to build up my name, and they told me it'd be like 10 to 15 years, and I was like, okay, we got Miss Starlet Evans. She said, wow, thanks for the truth. Thank you, I appreciate that. Um, Miss Starlet Evans, very a very beautiful queen out there in Los Angeles, California. And today's show is, do you believe? And as you can see under my caption says, don't give up on your beliefs. Especially if it's a positive belief. You know, you see, I got my Raiders hat. I think the first week of August, on Tuesday, Richie King and them was going to be talking about footballs. And as you can see, I have on my NFL football cap, and I also have on, it was a gift to me, well, it's right here, gift to me of a soccer team. And I really didn't pay attention to the soccer team. I just know it's football. And I was in Florida and I had this shirt on and this little teacher dude. So he said, hey man, I was going to like you. I thought you was cool until I saw this shirt. I don't take it all like that. Dean said, if Carl yells, rolling with my homies, grab something quick because y'all going to go for a ride. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm for real. I was supposed to have done this last year in so many scenarios that came up. And as everybody know, I'm back and forth from Los Angeles to Kansas City, Kansas. It's because my mother is elderly, and I take pride in being able to, be here with her at times, and got love for my family, my mother, my kids, my friends, family, associates, and even those who don't like me. I got love for you. I don't have no hate in my heart. Carl said he just might. He's like, yes, sir. Dean said, just stay safe and have fun. That's the point. I'm not going rowdy right. When I go to visit other people's cities or stuff like that, I do not act like, hey, I'm really humble. You catch me off the podcast and stand-up comedy shows, I'm really a down-to-earth person. Since I was a kid, I've always been known as cool, calm, and collective. And I'm definitely not going to come in somebody's backyard and try to implement my will. I accept the way they do it. The spirit, God tells us that if you're invited to someone's house and they offer you something to eat it and to drink. Now, I'm not going to eat no goat blood or nothing like that. They ain't going to serve me nothing like that. But we got to be worse, because I've seen with some people like, well, I don't eat that. I don't eat this. Hey, if it's food and they eating it, I'm going to eat it, because it's like trying something new. Dean, y'all see it yourself. Because Carl Lewis, he's saying himself, trust me, don't go get too wild, but we do have a blast. This is the 10th year we've been going to Sand Lake as a group. You see? And their 10th year. If something was disturbing, I would think that I don't think it will keep existing. And I'm definitely not trying to come and be a killjoy. I'm coming to have some fun. And they said we're gonna be riding beaches on the beach, on the ocean. We're gonna be in jeeps on the ocean and sitting around campfires and stuff like that. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep some footage and looking forward to being around with him and his group. I'm not lying. And one of the things I don't look at is race. Now, race plays a part in our politics and society, how they always try to keep us colonized away from each other. And then we have the media trying to tell us how this is supposed to go and how this is going. But I challenge anybody to get out away from your regular surroundings and try to meet somebody different. We all Americans. We all Americans. And that's the thing that we need. We constantly, our country is called the United States. If we in this country, we should be united. It's not no blacks. It shouldn't be blacks against whites, whites against Latinos, Latinos against Asians. Asian. It shouldn't be none of that. It's so amazing to me how I see so many people want to go to heaven, but you use segregation here on earth. What happened to love your neighbor as you love yourself? That's the spirit. Some people say, well, man wrote the Bible. No, man made us, let his hands go through, but it's nothing wrong with that word of God. It's the people who tries to justify it and tries to twert it so it can fit their endeavors, man, or their personal scenarios. It tells us plain as day. You know, um, he said that's right, united, not divided. See, in the military, and remember, I want everyone to know I'm a general public individual. I got into some mishaps and they wouldn't let me join the military, not the branch that I wanted. Even though I've worked with the government on some major projects, airplane strips, because I'm a civil designer. I had stood my ground that I wasn't going to help build weapons of mass destruction. That's the biggest thing on my resume. I will not help build weapons of mass destruction. I can't discuss with anybody. I never even tried to some of the projects that I worked on because of the confidentiality agreement. My hands are too short to box with God, and they still come up short of trying to fight the government. You know what I'm saying? I just keep my mouth shut, and talk about something totally different. Dean said, it really isn't like that. Turn off the TV and look around. Nobody's against anybody. This is the point. What Dean just said. Let me read that again. It really isn't like that. Turn off the TV and look around. Nobody is against anybody. And Dean, that's a good way to look at it. Sometimes there is some parts though of racism. We can't say it's not a reality. It's just that it's not as flamboyant as what our TV say. This is what I tell my neighbors, especially my white brothers and sisters or any other race, that sometimes the media purports us blacks as being dangerous, angry, and all this, and we make up 13.5% of the population. And I said, if we know that the media is a lie about a lot of things, I challenge you to find it that is a lie about the blacks. Come through the neighborhood and see if something ails you. People will run out and try to help you. I don't care. I've seen look like look like thugs because they paint us that if we wear a wave rag and our hat is kind of tilted or something like that. Oh, it's just the way our style, the way our flavor is. You feel me? And stuff. I sometimes if I had an event, I gotta go do something. I have my hair done or cut and nice and stuff. I put on a wave rag. I may scoot over to the store or something. I'm not a thief. I'm not coming to. No, I am about protecting myself. And I think everybody should be like that. But we ain't trying to or instigate fear. Fear is the worst thing that anybody should have. Even when my kids was younger, I put it in God's hands. I was concerned with my children, but I'm not omnipresent. I'm not everywhere at the same time. So I had to rely on God. When I was a young dude, my grandfather gave me 2 sayings, and I've lived by these 2 sayings since he told them to me. I was 24, and my grandfather said, son, never stress. He said, stress can kill you. If there's something that you can't get done, you leave it up to the Lord because he knows that you would be able to change it, but never stress. Then second, always keep your word. Let your word be your bond. He said stress will kill you, but not keeping your word would have somebody else to kill you. And if anybody knows me, I've stuck to those 2 saying I've always been stress free. Some stuff can agitate, but I go to a corner and be like, whew, I'm not gonna let that get to me for real. Um, he said, dangerous people come in all shades. Thank you. Thank you. They come in all shades. And so, and when we knowing this, that's why I'm accepted down there. I didn't ask Carl how many blacks is down there and whatever. I'm Roy will be representing and kicking with all my brothers and sisters. Our future president just popped in. He said CEO. CEO is a native language that means hello, hey, how you doing? You know, CEO, big bro. And I believe, I believe, like everyone knows, I'm a stand-up comedian. I want to get this out. I'm gonna show this. This is our flyer for we have a live weekly stand-up comedy show starting next week, July the 6th. Now, if you're a comic, I don't care what race you are, whatever, and we're working on. So please wait if you can to Friday, Saturday. Just keep looking on the website. We're making sure that the registration forms are correct and that when you submit them, it does go to one of our staff's emails that will be answered. We're giving cast a chance, um, veteran comedians to amateur comedians. We're not doing showcases. We're set up like it's like in Hollywood, and anybody knows if you do a professional stand-up, we are based on the Hollywood standards. Host, guest spot, 10 minutes, featured act do 15 to 20 minutes, headliners do 30, 35 minutes. We're coming live. Everybody in the world can see it through YouTube live. There is no cost right now, so you'll be able to see us on Instagram and Facebook because there's some things to be. You can go on YouTube live through Roy Anthony Live. Those who like to perform, you can come no matter where you are in the U.S. We don't politic. You register. More likely you will first come in as a feature. We pay our features $75. After the feature goes off, we have to pay commercials. Hold up, I see one of my co-stars is in the house. Let's talk about Cynthia Joy's in the house. What's up with you?
Hey,
How
what's
you
up,
feeling?
sugar foot, sweet face? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Listen, I'm living on Struggle Island right now, but I ain't gonna complain because I'm in the building still. I got breath in my body, but I'm definitely feeling the surgery and doing everything with one leg and one arm. But I'm plugged, so I'm good.
Well, if you know when they said when you sore and everything, that means you are healing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Carl's just saying, I'm gonna get to you back here. He said, if I get stressed, I look at what I have right in front of me. My family is what calms me down. He sound like that gospel song. I've had some good days. I've had some hills to climb. Um, um, Richie said, have my limo ready, laugh out loud. Everybody was loving you. Dean said, hey, Cynthia, good seeing
Hey,
you or doing
woo
better.
woo.
I'm reading for her. Usually she does the reading, but I'm like, hey, I know she's glad to see you in the house. I was just mentioning how you just had the surgery a couple of weeks ago. Carl said, Miss Cynthia, hi, hope all is well. You
All
know,
is well, baby. As I said, I'm
people
breathing.
love you around the U.S., and that's for real. I'm gonna be with Carl Loomis in the August of Florida. I got a circle about to get by. Matter of fact, I need to know exactly what close areas do I need to get a hotel room, and I'm gonna be sleeping on the beach, and whatever I'm gonna do. I don't know. I just know I'm flying out to Oregon. I've been so hyped up about it. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to go to Wichita, Kansas, August 11th because I'm a Phi Beta Sigma, and we're having a major Gamma Nu chapter reunion at Wichita State, and I'm one of the main casts, But anyway, I was talking about this comedy show
Okay.
because the subject is, do you believe? I believe in myself. I believe in my comedy, and then I believe in the other comics. He said, ain't no hotels in the woods. I said, okay, as long as I'm cool. You feel me? I sleep. I know to sleep in the back of the car or tent or even by the thing. I go to sleep. I'm going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? He said, now we're a classy show host. Richard King. Now, okay, so I was just talking about the stand-up comedy show, and I was showing the flyer um, that we're having the stand-up comedy show. Now, what we were saying is anybody who wants to perform, and I'm gonna bring it back up again, but anybody who wants to perform, all you would do is register on the show. Now, you when you register, we don't pay for your plane ticket. We don't pay for your plane ticket, but we give you the set spot, and you'll have your spot with you'll know your spot will be 3 to 4 weeks. It gives you a chance to. You may want to just get a round trip ticket, stay. The show's on Thursday nights. We pay you before you come up on the stage. You got your cash. Features act, like we said, more likely that's how you're going to come. If the audience love you, especially those abroad, they'll be able to leave comments if they like a comic. We have an intimate setting. It's real nice on the intimate setting. And we just trying to give everyone a chance. Now, like we said, we don't do showcases. We're not doing a showcase. We got 8 comedians doing 8 minutes apiece. No, we don't do that. We do it by Hollywood standards. If you want to see where you at, featured acts, 15 to 20 minutes, headliners, 30-35 minutes. The show starts 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 10:30 p.m. in the East Coast, 9:30 p.m. in the Midwest. That's a Thursday evening. Be able to give your vote or your liking about someone. If you know somebody who feels they want to do comedy and say, man, I wish I can get, because I wish I can get somewhere. We got the platform, and we got a lot of Hollywood executives that be looking. We pride ourselves in that. You never know who's there. We got agents, producers, directors, promoters for a tour. So our first show is July the 6th. You'll see the momentum coming up. Man, we got a good lineup on this first show too, Cynthia. Oh my goodness. The first show, of course, yours truly is hosting. Now, sometimes I won't host the show. We got some decorated comedians that I trust and love that they're gonna host. But kick it off, Roy Anthony, yours truly, will be hosting it. Our guest spot will be Big Hank. He's coming in, he's doing the 10 minutes and stuff. Matter of fact, I was teasing because I'm like, guest spots don't get paid. Only the features and the headliners. And then we got my man Kenny Jones, who's coming. He's a major headliner, but he's going to feature on this first show, which is going to be headlined by Magesha Jackson. That's right. We don't have no set of person. Carl Loomis said, Roy Anthony, I'll look and see. We might have a spare tent and air mattress for you. Had a sleeping bag for you, brother. Oh, okay, that's cool. Man, look here. I've laid there when, especially if I'm tipsy and tired, I lay down on top. I'll just use something like a towel to prop my head up, and I'll be out there with nature just for real, believe that. And I don't give up on my beliefs. I've always felt that I was the number one headliner. And I believe that. Society may not. You could have Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, Earthquake, Bill Burr. It's all types. But I feel like, I'm there as well. That's how I believe. You on mute, Cynthia. You're like she at home. You at home, Cynthia, too?
Yeah, honey, I'm at home. That's why I'm on Struggle Island, because
Oh, okay.
I usually have the nurses and stuff, but now I'm doing it all by myself.
Yo, I'm about to say, you can tell. I said you must be at home because I ain't never seen no hospital bed with a big bed frame like that. Hey, look. When you're in the hospital, it's catered and everything, right? Medication brought to you, food brought to you. Doctor
Mm-hmm.
checking on you. Now when you get home, it's like, yeah, you better make you a bowl of cereal. You on your own now.
And you know what? It wouldn't be so bad if, I had use of both of my legs. I'm used to doing everything with one hand, so that's not an issue. But now I can't put no weight on my left leg. So it's been a struggle. I gotta transport from the bed to the wheelchair, roll on to the toilet, then it's a
Hey,
situation. Y'all gonna
like
get to
one of
see.
the like in them war movies, and the guy's trying to get it safe.
Right. You should have seen me hopping up them stairs yesterday on my booty. It was the truth, but
Going up is a must. Coming down should be easy. Just
I
slide on
did
down.
both. And it's 3 levels of stairs in this joint. So
I'm
I
not
was on a
laughing
mission.
at you. I'm not laughing at you.
I ain't
I'm just
worried about it.
glad.
I'm laughing at me, so I won't cry. That's how we got to do sometimes. We
Yeah.
laugh to keep from crying.
And and mention that, I tell everybody, I love my mother, and sometimes, we have bumped heads and stuff like that. And but this one particular time, I always try to joke with her, right? And I brought this up. I said, I'm gonna show this again. Check this out. There she is, the thriller of Manila. Go ahead. Look at, help me, Lord, help me, Jesus. Oh man, if you just like that, I have much love for Cynthia, and she does for her family. And the subject of, do you believe, even though you're going through this with you can't put the weight on your leg and everything, you do believe though you'll be walking,
Oh
be able
yeah,
to put weight.
I definitely believe. I do more than believe. I know.
There you go.
I know, and I know because I'm doing my part. So you can't believe in someone you ain't doing your part. But since I'm putting them in that work, oh, I know for facts. I'm gonna be doing more than walking. I'm gonna be jumping. I'm gonna be. I might not be skipping. I ain't necessarily working on that. But I'm gonna be jumping double dutch though. Y'all gonna catch your girl on the double dutch because that's what I'm working toward.
Hey, I just hope that you don't be double dutching like this dude right here. Let me show. I hope you
Let me
don't
see.
double dutch.
So they just came and eat left. Come on, Rob. Go, Rob.
Nah, I'm not even being funny, but I get to say this because I'm a stroke survivor. But did he just have a stroke while he was trying to go jump?
No,
His
he was
leg straight
drunk.
gave out and he just
He
fell.
was drunk.
Oh,
And the
I'm
lady,
done.
the ladies encouraged him. Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
Ooh, those are hot mess.
Oh my goodness, man. And stuff. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be able to do the double jump and stuff. Double
Oh yeah,
dutch.
because I was already working on running in place and double dutching before I got my surgery.
Yeah.
And just so y'all know, this surgery was necessary because my foot was becoming deformed because of my stroke. So my toes were doing this and my ankle was rolling. And I
Mm.
couldn't get my heel flat on the floor. So with this surgery, I'll now be able to put my foot flat on the floor. I'll be able to lift my toes and my ankle won't roll anymore. So I know if I was that productive with those 3 issues already going on, imagine what I'm about to be like with none of them issues going on.
Now, is that they had the surgery on what you had talked to me about? They called it where you said, what was that term?
What, spasticity?
Yeah, spasticity. Is that what they worked on, operated on? I
Not
know
really
that's a
the
brain situation, but it seemed like it was the muscle.
Yeah, what spasticity is definitely in your brain. So it wasn't really the spasticity that they was working on. They actually cut my tendon because my
Oh,
tendon shrunk. So they had to
oh.
cut the tendon that's strong, the one that's pulling my foot. They cut
Hmm.
that one and wrapped it around and put it through the top of my foot. So now instead of it being too strong and pulling over, it's too strong and it's gonna pull up.
Okay.
And then they cut the other tendon under my foot to release my toes.
Okay.
for me to go flat. So I got like 4 incisions in my ankle and my foot
And
and my
Scarlett
leg.
Evans said, "Great team," with thumbs up. What'd you do? Hit your fingernail on a hammer or something?
Why wouldn't I do that?
No, I seen one with the black.
Oh, that's because I need a pedicure. I mean a
Oh,
manicure.
I thought it was like, I had it where one time the hammer slipped and hit my nail like, next thing you know it was uh that's
No,
all.
that's the polish. I had cat
Okay.
eyes, but you can't tell it was a cat eye because yeah, I just need to
Carl
get them
said,
done. But
"Well, hey brother, I just got to my first job site for the day time to break my back. To break my back. Much love for y'all. Have a good show. Thanks, Carl. Appreciate
thanks,
it,
Carl.
man.
Have a great day, sugar.
Yeah. And thank you, Starlet. Starlet said great team. I thank you for that. Big Hank is doing something for the church. When he's
Always.
not around, it's church or something in the family. And so
Uh-huh.
that's why anybody you see, sometimes he's not there. But look, you'll be able to see us every Thursday night live in Hollywood. You always have my the podcast because I'm dedicated to it, especially that loving the conversations that we have.
So I missed something about the show. I want to ask you because I missed it because I came in
Yes,
late. So with the comedy that you're doing with the open mics and stuff and the guest time and all that stuff, is
it's
any
no
of this
open
going to
mic.
be recorded for people to be able to watch it live in other places, or if you're not there, you don't get to see it?
No, it's okay. For one, it's not open mic. You can register and being selected. Not saying that, it's not a showcase. We do it by
Okay.
Hollywood standards, where a host, guest spot, 10 minutes, feature comes in 15, 20 minutes. They get paid $75, and headliners 30, 35 minutes, and they get paid $200.
Right.
But the YouTube live, you'll be able to see it all over the world on YouTube live.
Okay. And
And
it'll be on the Roy Anthony show on the YouTube Roy Anthony show, right?
yes, the Roy Anthony live on YouTube.
Okay. So it's different from this show.
Well, this show shows
I
up,
mean, you know what I'm
but
saying, from this channel. That's what I'm saying. Can
yeah,
they still
it'll
come
be
to this
this
same
channel,
channel?
but we have all our other channels, so
Okay.
we under 8, 9 other platforms when we come live with this.
Okay.
But we will be coming live. Now it's not just I found out from the engineer today, we because we thought we was going to be monetizing it, but they want us to show like we got to pay commercial give breaks for commercials. We're going to do 3 times of commercials, one after the featured act, one after the one after the guest spot, one after the feature, and one after the headline. And you
Okay.
can watch it on YouTube live, and then they called me today, people be able to watch it on Instagram, Facebook, and numerous of other um, platforms because of the Nevo productions that we're using and stuff. So I had seen the places, the owner fixed it up real nice for it. He's hyped up about the show. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. And anybody who's known that when I had my first comedy show in downtown Long Beach from 2009 to 2012, because I worked on other people's stuff, but I had my own, it became one of the most successful. But we wanted a platform to where people can see it all over the world. Now, YouTube Live has made it where people can see it all over the world. And if you're a performer and you just want your clip, we have a camera crew that's going to be filming just for you so you can be able to get your footage. Now, it may be a price, you may have to pay $40 or $50, but it takes money to make money,
That part.
so we don't get no benefits of you performing. When you on that stage, say for instance, you bomb, it don't nobody else's fault. If you want to do 15 minutes, if you're a feature, you're gonna do 30 minutes if we prove that you're a headline. Like I know a lot of headliners out there. And a big Hank told me, he said, "Man, I'm about to put 3 of my 10-minute shows together." That's what you'll do. You know, those we don't know you, but you want to get known a little, you're gonna come up, you can register, you're gonna be able to go to royanthonylive.com. don't do it right now because we're still getting the format. We want to make sure that when you register, that the email is being answered expeditiously. And then the team will decide, and then we'll let you know a month. We'll give you a month before your book. We'll give you a date. What's on, like, say for instance, Cynthia, you registered, and it's, this the last week of June. We probably wouldn't have you on till the first week of August. That gives you preparation of time to get a plane flight, get you a room, or you may stay at the airport. I don't know how you do it, but you get there on that Thursday night. And the only thing you got to do is grace the stage. We're going to give you your funds. If you in Timbuktu, like you in Colorado Springs, all your friends and family, I know a lot of her base of her family's in Chicago. They'll all be able to see her all at one time instead of having to see a clip of her just through Facebook or something like that. How you feel about that, Cynthia? Hello? Did you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, did you hear what I said? You were sitting up there just drinking, sitting on your.
This medicine had me dry as hell. I'm sorry. Hold on.
It looked like you just lost some translation. I was talking with you, and next thing you know, it's like, okay. Cynthia just got out the hospital, y'all. I'm glad that she is back, feeling better. I was thinking about you and stuff. If that medicine's setting up on you and you're getting sleepy, let's know, you go on, get you some rest, But I believe in myself in comedy, which makes me want to believe in those who have the same perception as I am.
Right.
Now, when you're on that stage, it's just you. It's not nothing to do with me. I'm hoping everybody in the world is loving. I hope the comments will say, man, I liked him better than the host, and it's raw, you feel me? But I mean,
Right.
that's people's comments. It doesn't affect me. I just felt that this give a platform for our comedians. And it's not just black comedians. It's all races. Kenny Jones, one of the most funniest comedians based out of Long Beach, but tears up the West Coast. He's a white comedian. I don't like to use race or anything like that, but people are like, well, what's his description? But Kenny Jones is funny. I just asked for one of the comedians from WO. Tater is going to be coming out. Richie's definitely going to come out. He's up there asking for a limo. As you can see, the WO Entertainment's on there. The Funky Stick, these are the logos. The Funky Stick, Where's My Grill logo. We got some other people now underneath. It's going to say Brendan Peters Productions. I just want to give a shout out to the producer, Brendan Peters, who is a wonderful actor and a producer. He's going to be on it, and I believe on the team. We want everybody to feel happy. The place is going to be intimate, and so we hope 30 to 40 people intimacy. We got 50 that's on the patio because they're going to show a projection onto this big building while we're coming live. That's right. In Hollywood. Me and the owner is talking now because there's a billboard above his building. We're going to get that going on. And you know what I'm thankful though, Cynthia? It seems like the more money I make, the more prestige I get, the more humbler I get. Because Miss Starla says she's beautiful, blessed, and funny. Real truth. Thank you, Miss Starla. She talk about you. You feel me?
Hey, girl. Hey. No. Thank you, sugar.
You looked at it like, is she really talking about me?
Right.
She's beautiful, blessed, and funny. Real truth. And that's from Starlet Evans. Her name speaks alone for herself. Beautiful queen out there. Queens recognize other beautiful queens, and that's so cool.
All love, baby.
Yeah, Cynthia got out the hospital just here a couple of days. Because last week she was there and she was coming up on the show. And so now just to see that she at home, that's a good thing because the hospital I don't think they would have released you if you was headed down.
Real talk, the hospital didn't even want to let me go. If I wasn't as strong as I was, they was trying to hold me hostage. They my energy and the fact that I was putting in that work without giving them a hard time, they was loving me.
Oh, you sure that you don't got that good insurance and they just was trying to get an extra?
That too. Look, that too. They was loving me so much. One of them stole my food. Somebody brought me a plate and they was like, I don't know what happened to your plate. Yeah, I bet you don't. You ate it.
Oh, they bred bread from outside?
Uh-huh. It had ribs and stuff on it. And they told me they couldn't find it.
Oh, wow. Somebody got it. Or orderly. Because that sounds like I used to work as a physical therapy orderly back in the days, right?
For real.
Hey, look, pregnant ladies, women who had just had babies, the hospital would give them T-bone steak dinners, right? And some of the ladies didn't have a husband, and I'd be like, want me to sit in for you? What you gonna name the baby? But I'm grateful because one thing, let me tell you before we have 14 minutes wrapping up. We laugh, we talk about our own accomplishments. But if I would tell anybody, if you believe in anything, believe in the Spirit of God. Believe in a spiritual foundation that is positive. That's the real deal. Sometimes we'll say we believe, but our actions don't say that. The word tells us many are godly, but have no power. Therefore, men run away.
I want to piggyback off that though. Because while you believing in God, you need to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
A lot of times people they put all their faith and they believe somewhere else and you don't have no belief in yourself. He can't do it for you. You got to have belief in yourself that you can and you will. So that belief got to go both ways. In yourself and in your Father. Because put them both together and you can't do nothing but win.
Yep. And let me piggyback off of that. We leapfrogging.
Let's go.
This OG told me when I was a kid, each day you wake up is the start of your life. Each day. Don't wake up and say, oh, I'm going to face the same stuff that happened Tuesday. No, you fight. Like, I'm going to tell anybody, if you want to see something positive or read something positive, get this young lady's book for real. Fight lives in the heart of a survivor. She's right here. Who wrote this? If you got tender ears, don't read the words out loud.
That part.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I didn't shout out to, and I said Carl Loomis, and I meant to shout out before we continue, Cynthia. Man, BV Nation. I want to shout, forgive me, y'all. Backwoods Veterans, based out of Oregon. And they have a show, and they don't know. Sometimes I listen and stuff. But Hump Day Hangover. And this is Carl Loomis is involved with. And so forgive me, y'all, BV Nation, Backwoods Veterans. And then this lady, oh, wait a minute, who is this right here? I'm my bad. It's Cynthia. It look like brothers and sisters. That's Cynthia with her two sons. They just adorable. Them cheekbones got to be
right.
Those cheekbones got to be like hereditary. You can tell.
Yeah, that's my mama face right there.
See, you can tell. Look, her and her baby's got the same cheekbones. Let me show that again. Boy, ain't they cute? Okay, so sometimes we was talking about believing. Knowing that each day is the start of the rest of your life. If you believing in something, like somebody wants to do stand-up, they've always wanted to come to Hollywood. We're not that show where you're going to Hollywood and we ain't paying for your plane ticket and your hotels. That's what they mean by that. We're telling you, you can get on Spirit and get a round trip ticket for $150. You come out. I'm not endorsing Spirit because I'm a membership of Southwest, but they could be a little pricey if you're on a budget.
They for sure could be pricey.
It's
I'm just glad the simple fact that you put it out there right away People didn't have to wonder if they was gonna have to pay for their own tickets. You putting all the information out there right now.
Yeah.
Get
You
your
take
ticket,
off
but
2
you
days from your
get you some
work.
stage time.
Well, 2 days from your work. Tell them, hey, I'm gonna be in LA, Hollywood. I'm performing Thursday night at the Roy Anthony Live Show. I don't care if it's not about race. Sexual. If you're a comedian and you register, we're gonna bring you on.
I'll
If
be
we
there.
send you the notification that you'll be on this date, we always give you a head chance. It's a month ahead, so that way your tickets can be cheaper. Take off from your job. Tell them be responsible about your own personal life. Say, hey, I need these 2 days off, and Saturday and Sunday. If you don't work the weekends, then you really got made. You fly in Thursday morning. The show is 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 10:30 in the East Coast. You let all your family know that I'm gonna be live. Directors, producers, promoters, they always have watched our shows and they loving this. Oh man, yesterday I got so much feedback. You know, people was calling me. I wasn't, I took a rest from it. And other people was hitting me up, just like, and Cynthia knows. Look, I will show this video when what it's gonna be like when Richard King wins the presidency. But I'm gonna show y'all what it's gonna be like in about 6 months. This is gonna be Cynthia. This Cynthia right here. 6 months.
Facts.
Down,
You
Cynthia.
better know it. Except I'm gonna I'm gonna send you that video to show what I'm gonna really be like in 6 months. Cause I'm gonna be stroke twerking all through the building, y'all. It's about to be lit.
Y'all did not overhear her. Y'all did not. You heard her correctly. She said stroke twerk.
Yeah, that cause that one side be pumping. That right side be hitting real hard. That's that's that stroke twerk. The song I come out to when I do my comedy is I be stroking. So it's about to be
I'll be stroking. That's what I'll be doing.
That's
I stroke
right.
it to the east. I stroke it to the west. I'll be stroking. Richie Kingdom had that on their show the other day. He played that excerpt. It had me laughing like about the first thing
That's
I thought
my
about was
jam.
your crazy tale. And people ask about the show. Is it PG-13? You can be edgy, but we don't want to be filthy. It made me remind me of that when I saw Cynthia, me and Big Hank saw her last show and stuff, and when she was gargling with, we want to be edgy. PG-13. This ain't Deadpool. we PG-13.
See, I say the stuff that other people scared to say.
Yeah, well, and I mean that's comics, but we're gonna, it made some jokes had to, saying how. Well, I let a comic be there. I don't measure comics. I don't really look at it. When you performing. I go by the way the crowd is reacting.
Right.
When we run our shows, what we do is if the crowd is reacting, I may be on the back room talking to on or something like that. We go by the crowd. Now, if I hear the crowd saying ain't laughing or nothing, and then somebody's like, man, and so now we know that comedian is sinking.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna let you drown.
Right.
We let you feel the taste of agony. And like on ABC Sports when I was a kid, the agony of defeat, you may feel it. It may be something you had to learn from. I'm not exempt from it, but I know how to bounce back. It's like an NBA player. You balling. One day you just can't hit nothing. I had to concentrate on grabbing rebounds and doing hustle plays because my shot ain't falling. If you bomb, you just have to look at the perspective of, is this for you or do you need to work on your craft and everything?
Right.
Because it seems like everybody wants to come to Hollywood. I've proven myself. A lot of people has asked of me to perform. If you've seen me perform, you know that, I'm see what they call a professional, but I'm no bigger than someone. I tell all comics, just work on your timing and recognize your crowd.
Mm-hmm.
You got the whole world looking at you. Don't worry about the cameras. Entertain the people that's sitting around you, And so, like I said, we're not discriminating, we're not politicking. One of the things we will not do is bump you for somebody else. If you have a scheduled time and a major celebrity have came in the building, we will not be bringing them up. We will acknowledge them as a host, but we're not going to bring them up to bump you. You know, we have set out laws and stuff. Now, if you bomb, you're supposed to do 15 minutes. If you're a feature, you do 15, 20 minutes. And we gonna you may sink, but we ain't gonna let you drown.
Mm-hmm.
So if we had to come off for 10 minutes and somebody asked me, well, we'll have to get some money back. Nah, that's yours. Why would I put a cherry on top of humiliation? You got to face the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the world your own self.
For
You
real.
know, I was invited to the last comic standing. I was invited like 3 times. And when I finally went to Tempe, Arizona, it was thousands of people sleeping outside, right? I had an invite.
Mm-hmm.
So I slept in one of the comics that was standing outside. I slept in their car, and I had to be there at 10 o'clock. So I get up there, and NBC brings me in, give me a contract this thick, Cynthia. That joke was this thick. I'm like, how am I supposed to? I'm not gonna fill this out. And they said, what we just need to know, have you sign is that you received it, and they let me know, even though you're funny or not, you're not going to be on. They already had who they was going to pick, April Macy at this time and some other comics. But what it was is that they wanted me to sign a contract with the agent. Um, but they told me you weren't not going to go up there, so it was like footage. I got to go up there. I wasn't whacking nothing, but they was like, hey. So then they try to film the judges saying the 2 guys like me. The white lady didn't like me for some reason. I didn't know her, and I never even seen her comedy. I'm looking at it like, who are you to judge? But I met Howard Stearns and them people. I did their show to go on the tour. I made it to the 3rd rounds. It was somebody just told me that day, met all of their people. And it just lets me know where I was at. And these are years, working with different rappers and everything like that. But like I said, you'll be able to register. We're working on there's RoyAnthonyLive.com email website exists. It's been existing, but we're creating a page for comedians to register. You will go on to Roy Anthony Live, and then those who are watching can watch it at Roy Anthony Live on YouTube. And now I found out that they're gonna have us on Facebook and everything like that. July the 6th, our first show. Will, like I said, those there, those abroad, or YouTube, you'll be able to see Big Hank live, Kenny Jones live, Megasha Jackson live, and of course myself live. It's a Brendan Peters production, one of the top producers, ran by my man Jay, who is the owner of Funky Sticks. Funky Sticks has been there for 15 years. Of anybody who's in LA, it's around the corner from where Comedy Union used to be, and the world famous Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. We're close to that area. So when we say it's live in Hollywood, it is what it is. Okay. And I feel like that. What's that old? There was a singer. I think his name is Johnny. What's his name? Johnny Taylor. I believe. I believe in love.
Look, and I was thinking of the other one. I was
What's
thinking the
that?
Sounds of Blackness. I believe in the power, and I'll never ever doubt.
Hey,
Every minute, every hour, I
hey,
believe in myself, cause
hey.
I know I get the help. Okay, but that's the song, y'all.
I
I
would have joined
believe.
in, but I didn't know the lyrics, so I just tried to give me some improvising.
Oh yeah, find you some Sounds of Blackness called I Believe, and on a hard day, it will lift you up. I promise you.
Hmm.
Sounds of Blackness is everything.
I've been listening to that dude Keith Wonderland lately. You know
Yeah,
how
I
to
know.
let go, let God have his way.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you know what? I got love for you. We out here, y'all. Um, See you. We know that 4th of July is Tuesday. So I'm gonna talk to the producer. We may miss the Tuesday because I know he's doing a film format of his show for July the 4th. Please be safe. We probably won't be on. We probably come back on that Thursday afternoon before the comedy show. So if anybody's watching and hearing this, the Roy Anthony Show may be, we probably recognize the 4th of July. Be safe with your family and friends. Plus, especially if you're popping major fireworks like Disney display and at your home, I'm gonna give you a heated warning. If you see one of them big old fireworks and you light it and it seems to go out, don't try to go light it. Don't try to figure it out. Just kick it to the side. Yesterday, my uncle was sharing me how one of his partner lost half his hand and his arm. He lost his hand and half his arm, and he got to use this little thing now that's stuck in there as a hook because messing with them fireworks. You feel me? I don't buy them myself, but I do like watching other people pop them, right? I'm not lighting nothing, but a spliff or something. But anyway, God bless everybody. Be safe with your family. We will see you probably Thursday, July the 6th. We'll be back July the 4th when we're going to be with our family, but stay tuned because WO will be having a show that's recorded for July the 4th. Okay. And please be safe. Look up Richie King and love your family and your neighbors. You feel me? Show them love.
Love y'all. Stay blessed.
My bad. I was going to ask you got something to end with.
Just keep going forward, maintain your blessings, and keep wearing your crown with pride. Let that light do what it does, and don't let nothing negative steal from you what you deserve. And you deserve happiness.
There you go. God bless everybody. See you soon.
Welcome to the Roy Anthony and Friends Tuesday and every Thursday. Y'all tap in.
Is this thing on? Can you hear me?
Roy
Is anybody out
Show
there?
is the spot to be, baby.
Hey, tune in.
It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show.